Hi ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to go over Unit 1, Lesson 1, dividing and writing remainders as fractions. So we'll start off with the do now, 93 times 27. Okay, so we have it written down. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 9 is 63, plus 2 is 65. I'm done with the ones place. I'm going to cross that out, and whatever I carried, I'm going to move on to the tens place and put a placeholder in. So we have 2 times 3, which is 6, and 2 times 9, which is 18. And then from there, we're going to add our 2 rows. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 8 is 15. Carry the 1, and then that's 2. So our product is 2,511. Let's move on to our next problem, 705 times 426. So I'm just going to stack them one on top of the other. There we go. And we're going to start multiplying. 6 times 5 is 30. And I'm going to carry the 3 here. 6 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. And 6 times 7 is 42. We're done with the ones place. I'm going to cross it out. Cross out my 3. We're on to the tens place, so I'm going to add in one placeholder here. 2 times 5 is 10. I'm going to carry the 1 up. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. 2 times 7 is 14. We're done with the tens place. I'm going to cross the 2 out and cross out the 1 that we carried. Now we're into the hundreds place. I need 2 placeholders. 4 times 5 is 20. And 4 times 2 is 0, plus 2 is 2, and 4 times 7 is 28. Then we can add, so we have 0, 3, 3. 4 plus 4 plus 2 is 10. 1 plus 1 plus 8 is 10. And then 1 plus 2 is 3. So our product is 300,330. All right, now on to our lesson. We want to practice writing the remainder as a fraction. So our first problem is 7,518 divided by 9. And of course, you can pause the video at any time and go through any of these problems on your own, and then press play just to check to see if your solution agrees with my solution. So let's get started. 9 cannot go into 7. I'm going to put a 0 as a placeholder. It can go into 75 8 times. That's 72. And when we subtract, we have a difference of 3. We'll bring our 1 down to make it a 31. 9 goes into 31 3 times. That's 27. And we have a difference of 4. We're going to bring the 8 down to make it 48. 9 goes into 48 5 times. That's 45. And we have 3 remainder. So how do we write our remainder as a fraction? Well, this remainder is going to become our numerator in our fraction, and the divisor here becomes the denominator. So it's 3/9 as our remainder, and both of those numbers are divisible by 3. So we're going to reduce our fraction to lowest terms by dividing by 3 over 3, and we end up with 1/3. So our quotient up on the top is 835 and 1/3. All right, on to question number 2. We have 4,878 divided by 8. And again, you can pause it here to write the question down. Try it on your own if you like. So we can't make a group of 8 out of 4, but we can make 6 groups of 8 out of 48. That's exactly 48. So when we subtract, we have 0 remainder. We're going to bring the 7 down. We can't make any groups of 8 out of the 7, so I'm going to put a 0 just above the 7 to show that. Then we're going to bring an 8 down to make that 7 into 78. 8 goes into 78 9 times. 9 times 8 is 72. And when we subtract, we have a difference of 6. So again, our remainder, the 6 becomes the numerator, and our divisor here becomes the denominator. So it's 6/8. Both of those numbers are divisible by 2. So we're going to reduce it to lowest terms, which is 3/4. So our quotient is 609 and 3/4. All right, we're on to question number 3. 3,942 divided by 81. I can't make any groups of 81 out of the 3 or out of 39. In my head, I know 81, I'm going to estimate here, is close to 80. And I know 5 groups of 80 is 400. That's already over our 394. So we're going to try 4 groups. Well, I know 4 groups of 80 is 320. That's going to be just under our 394. So let's do 4 groups of 81. And that's 324. So I'm going to put a 4 just above the 4, and we're going to subtract 324 from 394. We have a difference of 70. So we're going to bring the 2 down. Again, in my head here, I'm rounding 81 to 80 just to make things easier, and I know that 9 groups of 80 is 720. That's too big. It's over the 702. So I know 8 groups of 80 would be 640. That's just under. So let's try 8 groups of 81. And that's 648. We're going to subtract here. I'm going to count up here instead of showing the borrowing. 648 up to 700 has a difference of 52. And then another 2 to get to 702. So that's a difference of 54. All right, so again, 54 is our numerator, 81 our denominator, and both of those numbers are divisible by 9. So we're going to divide to get 6/9. Both of those numbers are divisible by 3, so let's keep going. We want the lowest term, so if we can divide both by the same factor, we will. And we end up with 2/3. So our quotient is 48 and 2/3. All right, our last question here, 4,356 divided by 45. I know 10 groups of 45 is 450, and that is already over the 435. I know we can't make any groups of 4 and 43, so I was looking at 435. So let's try 9 groups of 45. And that's 405. And when we subtract, we have a difference of 30. So we're going to bring the 6 down. All right, in my head, I know that 45 is close to 50. And I know 6 groups of 50 is 300. And that's just under the 306. So I'm going to try 6 groups of 45, and let's see what that product is. It's 270. We definitely cannot add another group of 45 to it. It would go over 306. And our difference is 36. So again, our remainder becomes the numerator, and the divisor is our denominator. Both of these numbers are divisible by 9. So let's divide both by 9, and we end up with 4/5. So our quotient is 96 and 4/5. All right, try the practice out on your own, and I will post up a video of the answer key for that as well shortly. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.